are 2 weeks and just about 2.5 weeks old. Our eyes are opening. We are hearing, that's for sure. They can absolutely hear my voice right now, and that's why they're all kind of starting. Eyes and ears are opening just on schedule, even maybe a little bit earlier, as they did kind of start to open um, right about when they hit 2 weeks old. Listen to all their puppy moans. So at 2 weeks old, as you can see, they have toys in here. They are moving around a lot. Instead of crawling, we are practically walking. So since we can walk, we like to incorporate some like noise as well as some bigger toys that they need to climb over. That will just help their strength. It gets them used to stepping on different surfaces and stuff like that. So I need to take them on little walks around the training center and the house area. Right now they are in the area where our clients, where our client graduation. So literally, quick peek, just like a bedroom area, because it's nice and warm in here and it's kind of secluded, so it can be quieter since their ears are still sensitive. Walks in the kitchen, put the sink on, show them themselves in the mirror. All of this starting nice and early is super important to make sure that they're comfortable. Now that they can see and hear, it's really go time as far as socialization goes. We want to make sure that they can be exposed to pretty much anything and ever. We'll take a piece of paper or something like this and blow some air on them so that they get used to being in front of a fan and it doesn't bother them. Paws, get those little paws. They like to touch their paws to make sure that they are not body sensitive and that whenever we go down, we touch their ears, which is important for when we're just doing our daily checks on the dogs. And you can tie their little mouth, yeah. They don't really, so nothing really to check and see in there. But it's all good to get them comfortable, say if they were to have some sort of vet exam. The vet would have to touch them all over away from that and that they're super comfortable. So that is what 2 weeks pretty much looks like with puppies. It's still pretty quiet. They are still mostly eating and sleep playful, but it's hard to notice it sometimes because it's so brief. So in the next week, you'll definitely start seeing more of that, especially as they get more toys. For the next week, they'll probably be in this box, and since they are getting bigger, they are going to the bathroom more often, which means in a week's time, little bathroom area for them. Now, the amazing thing about puppies, dogs, and a lot of animals, honestly, is they have this natural instinct to not go to the bathroom. Once we put a litter area down, they actually learn that pretty quickly. There's not really much we have to do. It's kind of all their personal preference of where they want to go to the bathroom, and keep their play area nice and clean. Now, Mama just went out for a walk, but when she comes in, like I said, it's pretty much eat, sleep, repeat here. Not really playing too much just yet, but that will all be happening very soon. Week you'll see a lot of new toys, maybe some low climbing toys. Um, you'll see them getting exposed to play soft music for them, just to get them used to everything. They cannot go outside just yet because they still need all their vaccinations at about 4 or 5 weeks old. But we are so strong. We're all about 3.5 pounds, really starting to walk on. No concerns about anybody still crawling. They are all developing together, and it is very, very great. Fantastic. And definitely next week will be more interesting as far as things that they're doing. One thing that we noticed that we think is funny, and they're not doing it right now, but this pink collared one and the red collared one seem to be a little bit noisy. I wonder if it's because they're black labs. Like if they just tend to be noisier as puppies, but it's also fun times their puppy behavior and their adult behavior does like a complete 180 by the time they're adult. So we're like, I guarantee this noisy red collar boy will be the he's a noisy baby. Probably just calling for his mom. They eat a lot, but Maple is doing so well. Mom, puppies will eat so much, so we have to feed mom about 3 times her normal diet just so she can keep up. Okay, roll over, little one. There you go. All right, so that's Puppy World. So if you are interested in watching the puppies more, then you can go to the Whelping Training Center. We have the School of Winogo here. They are doing some volunteer work. They're learning all about how to train service dogs. So put the sound on for a bit so you can kind of observe them and see what Jess is teaching them today.
That was really good, Dad. I'm proud. I'll do it one more time.
Sure. So she's giving a demo, and she's using denim, which is actually related to the puppies in the back room.
That's it. Get it, Tug. Okay. Bring it here. Here. Reach. Here. Hold it. Up. So he dropped it, right? So get it. I'm going to continue doing the command. That's it. Get it. Bring it here. Actually, it's 1,000 pounds. Bring it here. That's it. Bring it. What are you doing? Hold. Bring it here. Bring it here. Good boy. That was good. Thank you. So the reason why I don't just bend down and then grab the water right away is because it's where the dog drops an item to the climb. So we just push them and say, okay, we'll keep going. Tell them to get that. Because if we end it there, the dog's going to drop it and then he's not going to want to get it. Drop it for them to still continue to bring me the whatever item it may be. That's it. Push. No, I don't need the leash. Not yet. Look. Up push. I'm telling you, you need it. Okay, ready? Up push. No. Close. Up push. Okay. Okay, close. Good job. Let's try it one more time though, okay? Look, get it, tug. Tug. Good. Look, get it. Tug, tug, tug. Take the leash off and you know what to do. Get it, tug. Tug, tug, tug. Yes. Look, get it. Here. Get. Yes. You did it. Good job. Okay, back. 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 Right. Back. 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 Good. Don't leave it. Yes. Good boy. That was good. So a huge thing from a trainer is you have to have a ton of patience with these dogs. Because so many people see like the dogs when they're finished, fantastic in public, and they have great behavior, and they can do all these things. But a huge portion of what you don't see is what goes into all of that. And at the end of the day, animals. So you have to have so much patience with them because really they're not at any fault. So if I were to tell him to get the item and he does it, I can't be an animal. At the end of the day, he may not even know what I'm saying to him. So having patience with these guys is so important. And it takes a lot of skill because you're going to get tired, you're going to get annoyed. And I think what's so important in my eyes with these guys is that like sometimes you get overwhelmed. I take them, you know how we went down to the goat pen? I'll do that. I'll take them down there, I'll go down to the goat pen and I'll run with them. And then it kind of sets my mind. These are still dogs who love to have fun, who love to play, who have unconditional love. So it's extremely important for me to do that for myself. Just great. Right, Jenna? I think I have a few. Okay. So next I'm going to show you the Do you see that pause that I did? I didn't repeat, get your leash, because he had to think about it. So I usually give him time to think about it. And he's really pretty good with that. Okay, let's go. So that's to teach, and it's also extremely important for anybody who is in a wheelchair like I am in right now. If they can't reach the light switches, and also for our veterans with PTSD, if they're having a nightmare, which they tend to have with PTSD, we can have the dog get up off the bed if they were in that state of panic. So this is one of my favorite tasks. Up, switch. Yes, good boy. I get super excited. The dog gets do we have any of those boards around here? Brady, can you hold up that little, it's a light board underneath that thing? So that's what we teach them on. We start literally like lunch trays, or yeah, lunch tray. And then it has like a handle with like a light switch on it. So that's what we start with. So we start, and then we go to one of these things over here, and then we go to the wall. So it's also like an assembly line as well. So you have to start and hope that it's the light switch. So you have to start from there, and then you have to continue on. Like I said, my favorite 15 minutes. Let's go. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the automatic door button. So this is extremely in wheelchairs, or if they're using a balance harness as well, in public, because if they're not able to press the button, then they're going to have to wait in public until somebody, a kind citizen, comes by and opens the door for them. So that kind of takes a shot at their independence. For somebody, they have to rely on somebody else. So with these dogs, they're actually able to rely on themselves because the dogs can help them open the fridge, open the drawer, do the automatic button, especially in public too. I mean, of course, you're already feeling some type of way if you're in public and people might be looking at you funny or whatever it may be. Ask them to open the door. So for these dogs, it's pretty amazing that they're able to help out, not even just at home, but also in public as well. Okay, ready? Up, push. Good boy. Good job. So then he opens the door for me, and then I would be able to go in, and I didn't have to do anything except give him a command, which was up, push. 4 times, so it was a little cleaner than that. It looked like he fell into it. Okay, you ready, Dun? Lay down. Up, push. Yes. I have to give him that marker, otherwise he'll be up there all day kicking that button. Good job. Try and open the door. Yes. I'm actually going through there though. Last thing I want to show you guys is a med reminder. So basically what a med reminder is, take medication, and let's say you have to take medication at certain times of the day, and you have an alarm that goes off. A lot of our clients tend to either snooze it or push it to the side, whatever, turn off the alarm, and then they'll forget to take their medication. Come 3 hours later, they're having some type of episode, attack, whatever it may be. So they to train the dog to alert to the alarm. So there's 2 different ways that they could do it. They could, when the alarm goes off, the dog could come up and they could tug something up. If you have something on your keys or something, the dog could tug to just, hey, remind you to take your medication. The second way is the dog can go and grab the medication. So Denim is trained, he just learned this last week, so he's still fairly new with it, but he is learning to go and grab the med bag. I'm going to show you guys that. It's going to be right over here. Let's go. This is my med kit that I like to use, and I attached a little ball on it, mouth around properly, or grab the ball and just hold it in the mouth like that. Okay, so you see the med bag then? You see this? Okay, we're gonna get it. What? Med bag. Bring it here. That's it, come on, bring it. Closer, bring it here. Yes. Yes, good boy, good job. So something specifically that we're working on with him is the speed. He's like, fast to go get it. We're coming back, he's like, all right, you need this? Well, maybe I'll give it to you. So we're just working on that a little bit, of just speeding him up. But for a week, he's learning this. He learned it fairly quick. And then, go. Where are you going? We're going to do it one more time. Okay, one more time. Ready? Are you ready? Okay, ready? That's it, Reese. You gotta get it. Come on. You got it. Come on, bring it here. Please open. I need it. I need it in my bag. Hurry. Good job. Can we all give a round of applause for Deborah, please? Good job. Brought him to. Oh, sorry. We brought him to. This Case University was doing something. Everybody was clapping. The whole crowd was clapping. He was the only dog that stood and was like, "What's going on? Like, what is happening?" So he was very clapping. So I'm glad you guys, did that for me. Yes. Does anybody have any questions about anything that I just showed you guys? Teacher pause. Yeah, what do you do when there's when you start them off on new instructions? So what do you mean? Like not the light switch, but something like that. Like that? Yeah. So first it starts from the very beginning. It starts with retrievals. So that's retrievals when they're really young. They'll go to Jack, they'll do retrievals on the ground, right? So then we'll start to put stuff on top of the counter, up, get it. So it doesn't have to be the med, we have to get it, and we have to bring them here. So they need to know all of that stuff before I could do anything. So once he knows up, gets it, once he knows how to retrieve, he knows all of that stuff, and I'll start really close. So he doesn't have to go in a distance. I'll start right here, and I'll say, up, get the med bag. So I start to incorporate that word, med bag, med bag. Here, get. So then we get farther and farther away, and then I start to put the alarm on. So then I put the alarm on, and the alarm's going off, and I kind of act a little dramatic. Oh, every time he hears that, he knows he has to go. So this is just 1 week of it. So by like the second, third week, that alarm goes off, I should just be quiet. And then he'll very smart, very smart. Do you have a question?
Yeah, so how did you get where you are is my first one. The second one, I didn't ask yesterday.
My day?
Yeah.
So we start off, I come in around 9. We usually have at least 8 dogs out. So I train 4 of mine. That's Monday through Wednesday. And then we switch out. We train them for about 2 hours. We train them for about 2 hours, those 4 dogs. Switch them out, 8, 9 dogs. Oops, I don't know what's happening here. Okay. I have about like 8, 9 dogs that I'll train. Oh my goodness. Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, we'll usually take the dogs out in public. We'll usually go with Zach, and we'll take them out in public. We'll go to either Lowe's, pet store. The pet store is really hard for them, specifically because there's other dogs, there's other scents, there's tons of food. There's like so many things for the pet to go out to and get them exposed to. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. So just training, both Monday through Wednesday here. We work on special cons with his needing to downstay, needing to cuddle. That's a fun one to train. And then if we needed to train the light switch or things like that, we'll do the task work on public, and then we'll start doing some public work Thursday and Friday. And then what was your other?
Just how did you get to where you are in your career here?
Oh, okay. So I started off when I was younger. I worked at a dog daycare. So I worked there for a couple of years, and I loved it. I loved working with animals. I grew up with dogs my whole entire life. It wasn't fulfilling. I would go to work every day, and I would just pet dogs. And I was like, this is fun, but I have dogs at home that I pet. So I don't really want to just come to work and pet dogs. I'm launching a application for a kennel staff attendant here at ECAT. So when I applied and I went into the interview, I was a staff attendant, but my goal is to work my way up to become a trainer, because that's what I really want to do. I have a passion in training. I love dogs, and I really want to teach. This is my main thing. So I pretty much, long story short, worked my way up to the top from kennel, and now I am the head trainer for ECAT. Yeah.
And how did you become knowledgeable about training? Was it just in the job?
So it was a little bit of hands-on learning, and then I just director, my boss, I guess. She gave me a lot of tips and tricks to just kind of figure it out. I had to go as it was. I mean, I had somewhat of a background in dog handling, but nothing to this extent. Like I said, I really just figured it out. YouTube videos too. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. I mean,
you can learn anything on YouTube.
You can learn anything on YouTube. So YouTube, and then just kind of figuring it out, how the dogs respond to certain things. And you said you were going into psychology, and and then it won't feel like a job. So even though they're going to be service dogs and they're going to be working dogs, we don't want them to feel like what they're doing is a job. We want them to feel like what they're doing is fun to do, you know? So like even with the med bag, I'm constantly like, oh yeah, that's it, you got it, and it's fun. We want them to feel like they're having a good time. Otherwise, they're going to get just as any human would feel, you know? Any other questions? Okay.
Alright, so what we're gonna do now, if you guys don't have any other questions, we're gonna start putting the dogs away. And then we are going to introduce you to the new puppy.
You're super cute.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week.
So in her